Okay, welcome to another talking practice. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I feel like my talking has gone, I guess, not where it used to be. So maybe I should do a few more practices. So I don't know. I kind of got annoyed at RuneScape, and maybe it was like a little bit too repetitive. So I thought I would use this time instead to practice my Latin. It's been a while, but I hope that, I'll be okay if I pick like a sort of more well-known, less complicated thing to read that I've been meaning to read for a while. Yeah, so I'm thinking about reading the Confessions of Augustine. And, you go online and then you read, or open a book, I guess, and then you read, oh, no one has ever attempted a complete translation of Augustine's works. And so now let's make an attempt. So I pulled up this edition. It's from Ripples. So I don't know, maybe it's a more accurate edition. That's Ripples is like the place where they make Corpus Christianorum. So hopefully it'll be okay. I don't know. That's a pretty big jump, but well, the text is from the edition of El Verhaien. So yeah. And the titles of the chapters are from Mignet. That was the one that they say is not so great because there's a lot of typos, and I forget, it was Mignet like the subject of that book, God's biggest plagiarist or something like that. But I guess maybe the chapters are artificially introduced anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Well, all right, yeah, because the Romans didn't really believe in paragraphs, so who knows? I guess I could just look it up, but I don't like looking things up. All right, so I'm just going to ignore these chapter titles because they're just from J.P. Mignet. All right, then. So this seems pretty simple. So you're a great Lord and greatly to be praised, or very praiseworthy. Your virtue and your wisdom, there's not a number for actually wait, these are in different cases, so I need to think about it some more. Oh, I guess maybe it's just like your virtue is great and there's not a number for your wisdom. And I want to praise you as a man. Another fortio. Maybe I'll just do this the way I would do this for a Latin class, which is look up the words I'm not so sure about first, and then try to read the whole thing through. So my favorite dictionary is Wiktionary because they are pretty good about providing etymological information on them. I wonder if I can still access, what is it called? No, that's not it. What's it called again? This one. Darn, I think I need to log into this website. I don't have a login anymore because I'm not in school anymore. Man, this website is so hard to navigate. Are all of these pages just... Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't think I have access to this anymore. Let's see. Nope. Okay. So, yes, portio. See, with the words that end in io, sometimes I'm like, oh, is that nominative or is it like an ablative or dative, I guess? Oh, okay, so it's third declension. So another part. I feel like there's a better translation, but if only I had access to the database of Latin dictionaries. I think Wiktionary is more focused on classical things, although surprisingly, sometimes it can come through if you're trying to read early Christian texts. Although I think Augustine is pretty conservative when it comes to his prose style. So I think a classical dictionary works fine for most of his stuff, unless he's like randomly borrowing things from Greek or Hebrew, which happens sometimes. So another part of your creature, of another portion of your, I guess, creation, not creature. I think this is one of those false friends. Yes, of your creation. Interesting. and a man carrying around circumference. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Carrying around with himself his mortality, carrying around himself the witness of his sins, of his sin, of his, yeah, I guess sin. Okay, I'm going to look this up because I'm not 100% sure. Testimony. I was about to say that was not very helpful, but oh yes, this is a better one. Evidence or proof. Okay. Peccato. Is that the right one? No. Oh. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought this would be something that you would want in the plural, but maybe this is just me projecting modern theological conceptions onto the past. Okay. I guess it's not that, not too weird. So, yeah. And the proof. Because, is he talking about the proof now? And the proof, because resistis. Resist. Oh, because you continue, because you oppose. Superbis. Oh, that's probably a nominative. Nominative then. Superbis. No. Okay. because you stand, oh yes, because you stand against the proud. Oh, duh, superbus. And doesn't make sense. And the proof of what? Huh. I guess this is trickier than I thought it would be. Maybe this is why, I don't know. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this is because I would try to look up an English translation to check my translations in school. And then I'd be like, where are they getting this from? This seems really wrong. As if, and then like you get the feeling that maybe not a lot of people really know Latin. Like at least not anymore. They don't teach it in schools, and then the average well, at least from my experience, the average like graduate student in like theology or history, maybe not classics, but classics people tend to focus more on ancient stuff. So this stuff is more like, yeah, sort of like history people and theology people. And it seems like they usually have only ever started learning Latin in undergrad, which means like maybe once they get to grad school, they maybe only have like maybe the top 25% have like 4 years of experience. So yeah, a lot of, I guess that's one of the things about humanities, like, or maybe any other sort of like field of study. If like not many people know a lot about the topic, and it's really easy for you to just pretend that you know what you're doing. And then like you get a bad Augustine translation where it seems like half the stuff is made up, which is really worrying because, well, I guess, yeah, maybe people who know Latin don't end up at book publishing companies. And then it seems like when something gets printed in a book, people take it seriously. And then it's a lot of people who don't really know Latin reading the books, and then they don't know any better. And then there sort of propagates. I guess that's in a way similar to the reason why so many Latin texts are just like in such bad condition, like the way they've been transmitted down. It's because someone made some mistake along the way, and then people kept on propagating that mistake when they copied it or cited it or whatever. I don't know. I'm thinking about like, what is it? That XKCD strip about like cytogenesis. I think that was the one. Yep. Although maybe I wish I were in school for humanities now. Because I don't know, I guess I got fed up with like how messed up things could be. And also I don't like writing papers. But then yeah, sometimes like if you're not, maybe it is one of those cases of if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Right. I don't know. At work, there's this issue where like I disagree with apparently like 99.9% of all the people there in the office. And then I don't know, I feel like it's a pretty serious issue. And at one point I was thinking like maybe I should just like quit my job because I don't really like how people are I don't know. I got the feeling that I was going to get bullied about this issue, and maybe I was a little bit. But then I thought like, well, it's probably not a good idea for there to be such like a non for there to be such a uniformity of opinion in the workplace, especially since it is like sort of pertinent to like the work we're doing. And if I just like leave, then everybody will be in agreement on this issue, and the workplace will just turn into a huge echo chamber. Or maybe that's just me. I'm just afraid of moving on. Yes. And well, maybe I'll keep reading and it'll make more sense. And nevertheless, oh, I messed up. Volt is third person. I'm a bit rusty. Okay. And man wants to praise you as another portion of your creation. And the man bearing around his mortality, bearing around the proof of his sin, and the proof because and the proof, yeah, because you resist, you stand up against the proud, and man wants nevertheless to praise you as another part of your creation. Excrete. That doesn't really make any sense. Oh. Yeah, this is supposed to be like a really pretty easy text. Like I remember my first Latin class in middle school. They had an excerpt from from the Confessions in our textbook, so it couldn't have been too difficult. And I guess I really like Augustine because I think he's the best Latin prose stylist. Like if you read Cicero, actually I think Cicero is like overrated garbage. He's just like, Cicero's style is just like very pompous, like he's trying very hard. And it's like, sometimes like you see a drawing and it's like the person, you can tell that actually, whenever I mention this, people don't really know what I'm talking about, but it's like sometimes you're like, oh, this person tried way too hard, and like you can tell. Maybe it's like it seems almost stiff because the person like tried to throw in all these like stylistic things, but then like didn't pay attention to like the entire flow of the work. And it's like, okay, well, I can tell you made an attempt at techniques, but that's all I can see, as opposed to like making a coherent piece of art that maybe may not have maybe may not have like been made with techniques in mind, but really in the mindset of making an object that flows together into a cohesive whole. Yes, but then Augustine, I don't know, he has a more of a bare style, but like it comes across as more honest. Like this is just his natural style. He's not trying too hard. And I think it's more impressive if someone can do pretty well naturally without trying too hard, because it's ingrained in them by practice or talent or whatever, than it is for someone who can like expend a lot of effort and then make something okay. But it's like you get the feeling that like if they weren't paying so much attention, you end up with a much inferior product. Well, I guess Cicero was a politician and a lawyer, so there was more need of that, whereas Augustine is just trying to explain things. And maybe that's the thing. I guess I don't find Cicero's letters as obnoxious. I'm just allergic to propaganda, I guess. Let's see. X. No, I wanted to see if it was just this word. Okay, yeah, it is what I thought it was. So you inside, so that it is, I guess, so that it is desirable to praise you. That's what I'm going to guess. Delecto. So that it is pleasing. Okay. So that it is pleasing to praise you. That's, I guess that's yeah, this is, I'm guessing that this is an impersonal, but there's no dative because there's no subject. Because you made us. Oh, I thought there were two ads. I was like, what's the both and thing going on? So you made us. So you made us for yourself. And the heart, I don't know why everybody shares a heart. The heart of ours is disquiet, or I guess in turmoil, until it should rest in you. Give me, Lord, to know and understand whether it is pre, like before. That doesn't make sense. Maybe there's another translation of previous. Sort of looked up this word a bajillion times. That's not very helpful. Whether maybe there's an adjective that I'm missing. No. Whether it is prior to call you or to praise you and to know that you are. Oh, whether it is to call you the first or to praise you and to know that you are the, I guess, prior. Whether to call you comes before or to praise you and to know whether to call you, whether it is prius. I don't think this is what it means. Prius. Oh, I forgot. I can look it up in this dictionary, which I can. Okay, prior. No. Really? Maybe I'll look up three. Darn, this is stupid. Okay. I remember this website being hard to use. Okay, first, superior and sense of former. Whether, oh, okay, so that's what I was hoping it would mean. So like more excellent or more important. So whether it is more important to call you or to praise you and to know seat. Wait, why is this subjunctive? To know utrum. Oh, it's probably like some utrum on thing. So let's see. Gosh, I don't know if I still have that Latin grammar book I was using in school. Anyways, that book was like really hard to use. It was hard to maybe it wouldn't be because I would think maybe it was just the PDF viewer that was hard to use. I just remember like if I had to look up anything in it, I'd have to like scroll around a lot and it was like really hard to control F. Maybe I should, yeah, I guess it would have been worse if I'd gotten a paper copy. Ooh, etymology, very obscure. Añas, under, huh. Under, under. Wait, do under and other have the same, share the same root? Under, under, other, huh. Under. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Utrum hac me feria. Live. It's not helpful. I'm guessing that there should be like linking verb over here, and then it's frequently omitted. So no, there's no verb in that one. Voltis. Voltis, what is that? Is that like a weird spelling of, I guess I could just click on it. This is a hyperlink. Volt. Volti. Wait, really? I thought it was Vol. Oh, I guess because there is some vowel shifting. Maybe I couldn't expect it. It makes sense for the vowel to be retained. Yes, volt, voltis, voltis. Okay. Voltis, but that's indicative, right? Yes, it is. Voltis. Utrum hoc tantum grimem pragmati. Praeter mites an opiciis. No, I think this is also indicative. Well, because it would be obicias. Obicias. If it were subjunctive. Obicias. Oh, right. I was thinking of, oh, is this like imperfect subjunctive? Praetermite. Edim. Edim. Yeah, could be subjunctive. I guess that makes sense. Like whether or it should. Yeah, let's see. Whether or it should be more important to praise you and to know you, or to call you again. It's like the same thing with the other sentence, like just a weird thing that gets repeated and then just seems to be dropped because it's presented as an option, but it's the same as an option that's already been given. Okay. Sorry, I had to step out for a second to get my laundry, but you wouldn't have known that if I hadn't said it because I'm going, or I was going to edit these two pieces of video together. My essay. What is that? Okay, maybe I'll take a look at that later to make sure there's no sensitive information in it. Oh, right. And then, see, I think I'm making this artificially hard for myself. I said, oh, I'm going to do this the way I would in school, but then I didn't. I kept on doing it the way I was from the beginning, which was making things very inefficient. So, why is it in bold? Yes. Spacing. Cool. I wonder if prius and on are correlatives. Maybe that's what's going on. Wait, no, I'm just gonna look up on and then I'm back to this. I don't know why the page view is different now. Now it's just like, oh, I can view this entry in a new window. Yeah, I could just make it even bigger if I want. I guess this is nicer than having all that crap on the right side of the screen. Oh, no? Oops. It's actually kind of similar to what we were just looking at because of this superbion. Superbion. That's an odd ending for superbion. Oh, superbion. Oh, as a substantive? I see. That was kind of weird. I wonder why this page always navigates really strangely. Ah, is this quintillion? I doubt whether it is more, improprium. That's not what I want. Oh, skill. Oh, I guess I was hoping there would be a setting that allows me to put spaces between the lines that I can actually type in. Maybe that's too much. I can do superscript. Command dot. Okay. Whether it is more important to praise you or to call you or to praise you and to know you. Oh, whether it is more important to praise you or to call you or to praise you. And whether it is more important to know you or to call you. That's what I'm going to go with. So like there's like an implied utrum after this et, which explains why there's another sit. I don't know how to actually pronounce a lot of these words. It's really hard for me to, for some reason, it's like the distinction between long and short vowels boggles my mind, which is what happened historically in Latin. So maybe I don't feel so bad about it, but I think it is actually sit. Et. Scire te priusit. Just like sit sounds sort of like awkward. I wonder if it's like, so like scire, the I is definitely long. Scire te prius sit. Maybe it's really like the same vowel, but like pronounced more shortly. Like prius, I think the I, is the I long? Prius. Sit. Scire te prius sit. On, it's not that awkward. On invocare te. Sequiste invocat nesciens te. But who calls you not knowing you? Aliunt enim pro alio potest invocare. The A is long, the accent should be on the A. I think nesciens. For another not knowing, he is able to call aliud. What is aliud? For it is another thing. For it is another thing. For he is able to call another aliud and maybe those words go together. Usually, like if something's confusing, it's because it's like weird idiomatic usage or like a correlative thing where like it means something different because it comes with another word. Aliud. Oh, after the analogy of quisquid. So let's see. for another not knowing. What? But this isn't masculine, so how could it go with quiz? Quiz. Quiz, 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 quiz. Se quiste invocat nescienste. Se quiste invocat nescienste. Aliud enim pro aliud potes invocare nesciens. I don't think it's oh wait, no, this is etymological information. I see. That's very interesting. Alterius. General. Is there an et? No. See if there's a similar usage in all these examples. No. There's no utrum or on. Is there, unless it's like being carried over again? To understand. But who not knowing you? Who calls you not knowing you? For it is another thing to be able to call for another. Oh, I think it's like a comparison, like for it's another thing to call not knowing, like unknowingly, I guess, to call not knowing. I don't want to use an adverb because that's not an adverb, but that's basically what it means, I think. Like it's being applied to this subject. For it is another for, I guess, like someone that's sort of implied not knowing to call for another thing. So it's like aliud. Why would he use aliud? Because I thought he meant like, oh, well, like if you call for anything else that without knowing what it is, like, isn't that strange? So to illustrate this previous question, rhetorical question. Whether you should be called more so that you may be known more. But how will they call you in whom they did not believe? Or how do they believe without someone someone preaching? Yeah, that seems right. And they will praise the Lord who's eu. Requirunt. Requirunt. Let me add my stupid annotation first. What? More. Yes, and I do not know what this is. Requirunt. Is this the word I'm looking for? Requirunt. Oh, seek, right. I know this word. Requi. Oh, they seek. These tense changes are messing with me. Who seek? Oh, and they will praise, and those who seek him will praise the Lord. For the ones seeking find him, and the ones finding praise him. I ask you, Lord, calling you, and invoke him. Is that a subjunctive? Invoke. Why is it in subjunctive? Maybe it's like I should call you, believing in you, for it is preached that you are for us. It is preached. For it is preached to us that you are. S. That's, it is preached. No, you are preached, for you are preached to us. I call you, Lord, my faith, which you gave to me, which inspirasti. I gotta look that up in case it's a false friend. Yes. Which you inspirasti. Wait, what? Where's the inspirasti? Inspirasti. Is this like a syncopated form? Inspirasti. Inspirasti. Darn, if only I had the database of Latin dictionaries. They're usually pretty good at talking about syncopated forms, if I remember correctly. I'll just go with that's a syncopated form. That makes sense. Spirast. Unless like it's directly in dictionary. Oh, it is in here. Second plural singular perfect active indicative. Okay. So it is some sort of syncopated form, but it was not in the table. I see. Because you inspire, blow upon. I'm going to go with made an impression. On me, like for me, through the humanity of your son, through the ministry of your preacher. Okay. Well then. Nope. It's time to look up a English translation. I thought I had like bookmarked maybe Dutch translation. I have to remove this from my bookmarks now. Maybe it was LinkedIn, Wikipedia. That's how I find a lot of things. Oh, it's full of information. Augustinus Kenner. That's a good title. Enorme Datenbank. Is this it? Oh no, it's a Wayback Machine. That's what I don't like about Wikipedia. Maybe it's linked on Dutch page. No? Okay. Is this like a dead page or something? Oh wait, I think I have it downloaded on my computer. But let me see if I can just find it here. No. PDF. Ooh, I'm finding some interesting PDF saved on my computer that I probably want to read sometime. Oh, nice. I downloaded a book that I might want to. Jeez, this is a lot of downloads. This file browser sucks. I have to scroll to see everything I've downloaded. That's silly. Man, these are some good books I have on here. Ugh, disgusting. Huh. A lot of really old things. No. Where did I find this? Maybe it's in my downloads. Oh, that's not a long history. That's maybe I just don't have it. Never mind. Okay. Oh, this is just a intro. Gosh, I thought I had. Okay, well, maybe I'll pull that up for next time because I definitely have it saved on my e-reader, which I totally left at work because I forgot I brought it there and never touched it again. Yes, so that'll be for next time then. All right, I guess I'll stop here then.